my people in YouTube land. I am actually stopping to make this video because I'm waiting on Wawa, which is in the background, because it's loaded potato soup day. There is nothing your girl loves more than gas stations. I love all gas stations. Like everything in the gas station, love all of it. But Wawa has the best friggin' potato soup, but they only have it like 2 times a week. So they told me if I bought the family size, they'd like make it for me. So, you know, that's what I did. Also, in sad news, my really weird lip color that somehow turned out okay by NYX, it's it's almost gone. So I'm gonna have to order that or find it. It's meringue, so I think I'm gonna have to order it. I don't know if anybody around here has it in stock because it's an odd color. It was actually a gift from a friend, so shout out to Melissa for that. Thank you. So what are we talking about today? I've been talking a lot about financial terms, what's going on in the market, what's going on in the world, because I think before you write, you create, and you make life decisions, you have to know what's going on around you, okay? Because that impacts everything from how your message is received to, I mean, what are you even focusing on? Like, are you going to be poised to pull a DoorDash and finally turn a profit because you understand what's going on in the world? I mean, there were companies who were in gear for the pandemic. I have a good buddy, Scott Foster, with Rockstar Cheer, and Scott's in he's in South Carolina because Courtney owns all of North Carolina in cheerleading. So Scott, another Kentucky person who escaped. Praise God, amen. We all got out of that place. But anyway, so Scott, we were on a little conference call, message, chat. I can't remember what it was. We may have just been talking shit on Facebook, to be honest with you. And he brought up the idea of, hey, there's this COVID stuff going on in Europe. Should we be concerned? And everybody blew Scott off because Scott, there's always somebody. Why? Why don't they go to the front? I don't know why they do this. Okay, so anyway, Scott brought it up because Scott follows global politics in depth. Everyone's like, oh no, Scott, you're crazy. We're going to be pleased. We lived through H1N1, the swine flu, and other flus, and Ebola, and it didn't ever touch us, and we were wrong. And Scott Foster was right. So let me go on record saying, Scott Foster, you were right. I don't know if anyone else in the cheer world has done that yet, but I will. But what does this have to do with why I'm making the video? Okay, so I have my own writing, which is quite good. Like, I'm going to be honest. I'm a very good writer. I specialize in not educational stuff. It's kind of opinion, and it's kind of realistic shit. Okay? If it's realistic, it's going to... Oh, one of my people said, of course, thank you so much. Oh, you're welcome. She's so cool. I like stuff that's based in reality. I think it's because my own reality is so dysfunctional that I can't even imagine fiction being as entertaining. So I like to tell stories from a more realistic perspective. Sometimes I do fiction, sometimes I don't. But anyway, that is... Hang on, roll out the window because I think they're watching. Wait, let me see if they want to be on camera. He's not rolling in the window. Maybe he's trying to sell me drugs. He has a nice car. I bet they might be good. I don't know. All right. So anyway, back to what we were talking about. So I take on private clients as well as doing my own projects. I have a book that's getting ready to drop in the spring. It's going to be absolutely amazing. I'm just going to be covering, the story of, what it was like to grow up, being poor and white in the mid 1900s, and how people were able to kind of put their stuff together. I have 3 big writing projects that are actually going to be for consumers. You will be able to buy these. It's really cool. I'm not allowed to say anything about it yet because we're waiting on all the licensure and all of that. And hang on, I'm getting messages. Nobody messages me until I'm recording for you guys. So anyway, I also take on private clients. Most of my private clients are people with lots of dollars who don't know how to write, which is fine. Like, it buys the potato soup at Wawa, okay? I'm very grateful for them. I'm very thankful for them. the issue that I have is when I have a client who is more concerned with pushing a sale in a piece than educating the consumer and educating his potential client, because I just don't feel good about it. So I wrote the piece as best I could. It was long as fuck. Long. Laborious. Like, this may have been one of the hardest pieces I've ever had to write. And I don't say that like I don't struggle with writing. I don't struggle with writing block. Like right now I have 1600, you heard me right, 1600 um different projects to choose from to work on that I've thought of. It would be good. People would respond to it. It would provide value. And within those 1,600, I think we counted it up. There's like 50,000 amongst the 1,600 like main ones. There's 50,000 that spin off from below it. So I'm not a person who struggles with writer's block. Never have. That's not my thing. You give me a subject, I can talk about it, or something. I'm gonna either dazzle you with brilliance, baffle you with bullshit, but I'm gonna produce some writing. And was the writing top notch? It was when I got to the part where I actually provided value, which they hated. And it was all the article. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna actually do a video encompassing the material that was in there, and I'm actually gonna tell you the truth about it, from my opinion. But it was this very long for no reason. I don't like things that are long for no reason. Like, you write fucking Game of Thrones and you're long, cool. I'm engaged with that content. You write something that could be said in 100 words, but you string it out to 5,000 so you can put more ads on your thing. I love ads. Don't get me wrong. Ads keep my cell phone on, but I like them when they're necessary and they're providing value. That's my thing. Like, I'm not going to go overboard on content that's not engaging because, I might get, an extra fucking $3 from whatever company. I believe you have to be authentic, okay? So, anyway, I wrote according to Homeboy's parameters, okay? He hated it. And I hated it too, but that's what he wanted. And he wanted me to remove the 2 paragraphs that actually provided true value to somebody who was trying to kind of break into writing. Okay. Now, preface this. This client is not a writer. Not a writer. This is somebody that owns like a chain of whatever. Like, he's not a writer, and he's saying, no, every writer reads these 40 books to become a professional writer. No, because to be a professional writer, it means you have been given currency in exchange for your writing. I know plenty of badass writers who have never read any of those books, and I know because I contacted as many as I could to ask them if they'd ever read them, because I hadn't, and I've read a lot. I am well read. Like, I'm just going to throw that out there. Like, the one thing I pride myself on, I'm a good writer and I'm well read. I have many other character flaws and things to work on, like everything else in my life. But reading and writing, I got that on lockdown. Like, I can do that. I had never read any of the books. I'd only heard of one of the books, and it's actually on my to-be-read list, so I was down with that one. But, I was just like, it's not necessary because, this is actually how writers learn how to write to be effective in the marketplace and blah, 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 blah. And then for some of y'all who are not writers, you may not care. Whatever, keep it moving. But if you're not a writer, the reason why this actually applies to you is because you have to make sure that you're providing value to your audience. We all have an audience, whether you're a server and your audience is your tables or your bar regulars. I mean, I know people in Jacksonville that make bank as a bartender. They have their regulars, they got their people, and they are appealing to a certain audience. Like there's a chick who works at one of the strip clubs, at Gold Club, and she's so hateful. She is hateful, and she's not even really hot. But she has her audience, and people they love her. God, she's so hateful. Her name's Taylor. So if you're ever in Jacksonville, go to the Gold Club. She's so mean. For no reason. Like so mean. I don't. Anyway, I don't even know if they're open right now. Maybe it burned down again. I don't know. So anyway, off on my tangent. Okay, so I realized, well, wait a minute, and this is the part that got me. Okay, because I'm like, cool, I'll edit it, whatever, ship the money, call it a day, whatever. Because I've done work with this client before, and he said, you have to remember, I'm the one with money. Hmm. You have me confused with someone who hasn't been poor before. Multiple times, multiple times. Okay? I am no stranger to the struggle. Okay, that's no new condition. In the words of my boy Patrick, my brother from another mother in Carmel. Pat, if you're watching this, I love you, man. I gotta call you. Um, but that's no new condition, so you can't threaten me with that. Like, I don't care. Keep your fucking money. Like, I'll take your money, throw it down, Interstate 95 here in Jacksonville and watch it, rain down like confetti. I don't care. Because at the end of the day, I'm the one that has talent. And this brings me to another topic of my ranting while I'm waiting on my potato soup. Aren't y'all glad they didn't have my shit ready? Literally, you know, I think there are a lot of people that have been trying to write for a long time and get paid for it. I got paid for it about 3 hours after I decided I wanted to do it. Am I a good writer? Yes. Are there a lot of people that are far better than me? Far better than me? Absolutely. Absolutely. And I read their stuff. I love their stuff. I share their stuff. I try to learn from their stuff. Um, Writers, stop being prostitutes. You all are prostituting yourself out to people who cannot produce written work. Like, have some dignity, man. Have some pride. Be about something. Okay? I get it, you gotta eat. Hence, we're waiting on potato soup with hot sauce, by the way. Um, but if you're selling your work for X price, you have to know that they're charging Y price that is above that. It's basic business. And I know creative people don't like to talk about business, but we're going to talk about it anyway because it's my channel and Jessica Bug does what Jessica Bug wants. So I have taken it upon myself that I'm not going to work with that client anymore. I may not work with any client. I have enough projects to last me the 14 lifetimes that all make money that I own. So you know what? I'm actually really glad this client decided to be an idiot asshole because that just gave me the determination of, yeah, I don't do jobs. In the words of my boy Brett, I hope Brett's watching this. We don't do jobs, right? Brett, we don't do jobs. And that's a lot like having a job. See, I want my job to be to educate and entertain my audience, whether it's here on YouTube or it's over on Medium. By the way, I got a top writer award. So happy about that. I got top writer award. I have a lot of pieces that have really taken off. Dude, I'm so happy. I've been on the platform for maybe 2 months. 2 months maybe. No, because I think I was on the platform and I didn't like do anything because I was just being a degenerate. And I was like, you know what? I probably should do this. Like who cares? Like, let's try it. And dude, I'm obsessed. I love it. Like, I read so much on there. There are so many great writers. There's so many smart, intelligent people. They have this one publication called The History of Yesterday. Oh my God, I read every article. Every article. I love it. I love all their writers. Um, I'm editing a publication on Medium, which is really cool. It's all in the short form, so it's any piece that's under 150 words, which is kind of funny because I'm a talker and I've got a lot of shit to say. It has been my new favorite thing. Like, I love it. I love getting a message across in a bite that somebody can have in a short amount of time. And there's a lot of writers who are really having a blast with that. I do a shout out series every day. So it's basically whatever article I pick that I've read that I like, and I tell you why I like it and why I think you should read it. I don't get anything from that. I just think it's cool to be like, hey, my fellow writer people, you wrote some good shit, and I think other people should read it. Like, the one today is all about three children's literature authors you need to know, and just how fantastic they are. And you know what? I didn't know these authors, and I was like, I should probably look into these authors, and I did, and they were mind blowing literature. Mind blowing. It's very challenging to write children's literature. That is actually probably that would be probably my weakest area of writing, children's literature. Like, I think I'd probably write a textbook before I write a children's book. It's challenging. Like, to keep a child's, attention, to communicate a story in only so many words, and making sure they're at a level they can understand. Dude, it's a whole nother game, a whole nother mindset situation. So, moral of the story is, I'm going to be reading you my content that I wrote that my client hated. And you might hate it too, but it's my content that I wrote.
And that's empowering.
All right, everybody. Hit the like button, subscribe. I got some new stuff coming out that I'm working on. That's going to be after potato soup time because I'm hungry. All right, so y'all have a good night, and I will see you in the morning.